chapel made of bones down by the Sabine River bend, where the Spanish moss hangs low and the living meet therein. My great-grandfather built it from the men he killed in war, Confederate deserters and Union soldiers' corpses by the score. He stacked their skulls like river stones and used their ribs for beams. Built an altar out of femurs where he'd kneel and pray and scream, asking God for absolution, but the silence answered back. So he lived inside that bone chapel till his mind went crack. Down at the bone chapel where the dead men sing, where the cypress roots go twisted and the bell don't ring. You can hear the whispers echo through the skulls at night. Down at the bone chapel where wrong feels right. The bone chapel built on sin and shame. The bone chapel, every skeleton's got a name. If you're looking for salvation, you won't find it there. Just the bone chapel and the weight of prayer. My daddy took me there when I was barely 10 years old. Said, son, this is our legacy. This is what makes us bold. We come from men who took what's theirs and never asked permission. We built our kingdom on the bones of those who had no vision. I saw a skull with bullet holes where the eyes used to be. Daddy said that man tried to steal from us back in 153. Your great-great-uncle shot him dead and drug him through the mud, then baptized him in the river and built this church with blood. Down at the bone chapel where the dead men sing, where the cypress roots grow twisted and the bell don't ring. You can hear the whispers echo through the skulls at night. Down at the bone chapel where wrong feels right. The bone chapel built on sin and shame. The bone chapel, every skeleton's got a name. If you're looking for salvation, you won't find it there. Just the bone chapel and the weight of prayer. Now I'm 35 with blood upon my hands. I killed a Texas Ranger for trespassing on our land. I drug his body to the chapel just like Daddy taught me to, and I added one more bone to what my ancestors built through. I knelt down at that altar made of stolen lives and death, said a prayer to no one listening with whiskey on my breath, asked the bones to forgive me, but they just stared back hollow. I realized right then I'm just another bone to follow. There's a sickness in my bloodline that runs deeper than the river, a curse that's passed from father down to son. We're all just building monuments to everything we've taken, and the bone chapel ain't never gonna be done. My son is 7 now, and soon I'll take him there. Show him what his family's made of. Show him we don't care about the laws or morals that the civilized world preaches. We're the bone chapel builders and we practice what we preach. Down at the bone chapel where the dead men sing, where my family's buried secrets and the horror that we bring. You can hear the screaming echo through the skulls all night. Down at the bone chapel where nothing's ever right. The bone chapel built on murder and on lies. The bone chapel where my family's conscience dies. If you're looking for our souls, you won't find them anywhere. Just the bone chapel and the empty prayer. When I die, they'll add my bones to the collection. One more skeleton in our family's resurrection. The bone chapel keeps on growing with each generation's sin, and my son will bring his son there, and the cycle starts again.